Peace be with you. My name is Allan Keislar. Although I'm in America, I'm always thinking about Pakistan, because Pakistan, the land of the pure, is that place where pure people will gather and reestablish pure Islam, meaning love, truth, justice, service to others, and service to God. Peace, compassion, forgiveness, kindness, all these are pure Islam, which is already being established in Pakistan or already has been established in Kartarpur. So we will talk a little bit more today, as we have the last couple of days. 2 days ago in English and yesterday in Urdu, and today again in English, we're going to discuss why are there many religions. So yesterday the main point I made was that just as there are different subject matters within an educational institution, similarly there are different religions, because different people have different interests or different needs. So we're going to now go on to another aspect of this question, because you might ask, well, why are there only different subject matters? There are also different levels of education. We begin from kindergarten and go from lower school, middle school, high school, then we go on to college and university. So there are different levels of education. So what about this in terms of religion? Are there different levels of religion? And the answer is yes, very, very clearly. There are different levels of religion. And I'm just going to talk today about 2 levels of religion. That is the common religion and a more elevated understanding of religion. So the common understanding of religion is that my religion is right. I just have to follow some rules that have been given in my religion, and then I will be successful or even perfect. And everyone else should really follow my religion because it's the best one. And in fact, I'm the best follower of my religion even. On a lower level, everybody thinks I'm the best and my religion is the best and everyone should follow this. And there's a very mechanical idea about religion. If I just follow the rules, I avoid the sins, and I do the pious acts, and I pray, and I fast, and I do all the things that are required in terms of the legality of religion, then I will be successful in my religion. And there is another level of religion, more mature level, when we realize, actually I'm not so wonderful as I thought I was. I'm pretty foolish or incompetent or unknowing. I really don't understand what's going on. And one becomes a little humble, truly humble, by that realization. And then one begins to see, actually my religion is not the best religion, or even within my religion, my sect is not the best sect necessarily, maybe or maybe not, but my belief is just like other people's belief. I have my issues, I have my misunderstandings, I have my quarrels with others within my church or within my sect, within my religion. And other people also have the same. So in this understanding of religion, it is definitely a higher, more mature understanding. Then we realize that many different religious traditions or many different understandings of religion are all good. They all are good for different types of people. So I no longer think, oh, everyone should join my religion or everyone should follow the system that I'm following, because various systems or various types of teaching may be better for different types of people. And not that everyone has to follow exactly what I'm following, otherwise they're going to hell or something. So this is another reason why there are different religions. Of course, it's really within what we call religions. Within every religion, there are both these types of religion. There's the religion of, I don't know what is the right word to use, but immature, we can say. Immature followers of religion and more mature followers of religion. And this is a very, very important point for us to understand. Of course, the immature people don't want, are not able to understand this. And they shouldn't, because it's too disturbing to them. This is a very, very important point for us to understand. Ordinary people, they should not even be taught this. So then you may ask, well, why am I teaching it publicly on my Facebook live chat? Well, the reason is because all of us begin on a lower level and we must become more mature. Otherwise, we don't achieve the real purpose of religion. So I'm just trying to help people who are willing and able to come to a higher understanding to please do that. Because without that level of understanding, there can never be peace. There can never be love between people of different religions. Because the immature people think only my religion is the right one, or only my religion is the best one, and everybody else should follow my religion. So how can there be peace between the religions if everyone is thinking that way? Everyone will think mine is best. Everyone will join mine. But when we become a little more mature, a little more sober, a little more understanding, then we can see. Just like I said in the last class, a child usually feels my father is the best father, my mother is the best mother. That's natural. That's not bad. That's good that a child feels that way. They have so much love for their parents. But when they become a little older, the child understands, oh, my other friends, they also have wonderful fathers and mothers. And they may feel their fathers and mothers are the best ones too. So then after becoming a little more mature, the child sees factually that there are many different mothers and fathers of my other friends and other people, and they're also very wonderful. They're also very good. Maybe they're even better than mine in some ways. So that is what we must achieve. If there is going to be world peace, which is what we're trying to achieve, we're trying to push for, you might say, that's my purpose at least, to try to promote world peace, we must understand that world peace can only be achieved when there is peace among the religions. As the German theologian Hans Kung said, no peace in the world until there's peace among the religions. So there won't be peace among the religions until we come to this more mature understanding. We must understand that there are different religious systems meant for different types of people, and some people may benefit from a different type of religion than mine. Just like I gave the example on day before yesterday, speaking in English, also yesterday speaking in Urdu, I gave the example of the Buddhist religion. Now the Lord Buddha was, in my understanding, a great prophet of God, and he taught a very good system of religion for those people in India at that time when he was president, at least many of them, because they were not really faithful believers in God. They simply wanted to use religion for their own selfish purposes. They were always arguing about God and very egotistical debates they were having. So Buddha advised, forget about God. Don't worry about God. Just be a kind person, be compassionate, and be good. Don't engage in severe austerities, as so many people at that time were doing. Yogis would try to pose themselves as so great for doing such tremendous austerities, fasting for weeks or even months, even going underwater for long periods of time. They were doing all these horrible austerities that had really no significant benefit of any kind. So Lord Buddha taught, forget about all of that. Just become kind, compassionate. He taught ahimsa, non-violence. Don't harm anyone. Don't cause anxiety to anyone. So I hope I'm not causing anxiety to anyone by teaching this, because some people may not like it, but that's okay. We have to teach for the people that need this understanding, need this instruction to get this correct understanding. This other understanding is okay also. not incorrect, but it's immature. So a more mature understanding is needed, where if some people don't even want to believe in God, and they may not be ready to believe in God, they may even have some enviousness of God or hatred for God, and or may probably their misunderstanding of God, because most people who really understand God, they will learn to love God, but many people have a wrong idea of God, so they don't even want to believe in that God, so that's okay. Let them become Buddhists, let them do meditation, let them achieve maturity, gradually, elevation, and one day, this is our belief, my belief, they will become more mature and they will understand God better. But if they don't want to understand God, they don't want to talk about God, that's okay. They can make spiritual advancement by following the teachings of Lord Buddha, in which he did not talk very much, at least, about God. So, with that example, we can understand maybe the same thing applies to my religion, my understanding of my religion. Maybe there are other people who have a different understanding of religion that might be better for them. And if we can accept that possibility, then we can become more mature and we can help promote world peace and love between people of all religions. As I've said again and again, by calling on the names of God according to different religious traditions in different languages, by praying together, especially in different religious traditions, prayers, and by studying the holy books of different religious traditions, we will promote love and harmony between religions, and that will lead to world peace. Okay, that's all I'm going to say for our second session on why are there many religions. We'll see if there are any comments or questions. Khadija Zahid says, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum Khadija. Thank you very much for that, what is it called? Bronchial. Anyway, she sent me some cough syrup or bronchial syrup. Thank you very much, because I have a coughing. Thank you very much. Khadija Ji, very kind of you. Babar Munir, salute you, automatically translated. I hate these automatic translations Google does, and I can't seem to turn them off. I don't know how to turn them off. Hina Saif, religions are different, but God is one. Okay, yes. And each religion also has different types of religion within it. But God is always one, yes. Hajra Ibrar Ahmed, Assalamu alaikum, pray for my health, please. Oh God, please bless Hajra Ibrar Ahmed. If it is good for her, may she recover good health. And if it's good for her to have a period of not such good health, then bless her with that period of not good health also for some time, because everything you do, O Lord, is good. Everything. If you give us health, that is good. If you give us sickness, that is also good. Just like there's the example, the patient in the hospital was not being given any food and was becoming very hungry and starving and started complaining to the doctor, please give me some food, I'm starving. And the doctor said, no, you have to fast now. If you eat now, you'll get more sick. You'll get sicker. Your disease will get worse if you eat now. So you have to not eat for a while. So whatever the doctor gives the patient, a good doctor will give the patient what's good for them. Maybe it means suffering. Maybe it means pain for the patient. Or the other example, when there's a need for surgery. The surgery may be very painful. And after the surgery, pain can go on for weeks or months. But that pain is good for the benefits. So that's why I never pray only for somebody's health, because maybe Allah wants them to, maybe Allah knows that for them it's good to have some suffering. That will actually be good for them. So I'm always careful. I don't want to interfere with Allah's plan, which is better than ours. And but I will pray, oh God, give good health to Hajra Ibrar Ahmed ji, if that's what's best for her. Okay, Syed Yasin says, Assalamu alaikum Baba ji, kaise hain aap? Coronavirus se kab jaan chutegi? He is saying peace be with you. Babaji, how are you? I'm okay. मैं ठीक हूँ. Allah का शुक्र है. By God's mercy, I'm okay, even though I have a little cough. And when will we become free from this coronavirus? I don't know. That's not my job to make predictions about coronavirus. But I do know it's a big scam. I do know that some very satanic people have created this virus. And although things are not going according to their plan was to frighten, terrify all the people of the world so we would accept their demands. They've always wanted to vaccinate everyone with disease-filled vaccines to make us weak and stupid, really, so we can't understand what's really going on. They wanted to implant chips in the vaccines also. This has been their plan for many years. And they thought, now we will make this big pandemic and everyone will agree to take those vaccinations. They'll think it's good for them. They'll ask for them. And they'll ask for the chips. Please chip me so that you can follow me. So wherever I go, you'll know where I'm going, so I don't make some mistake and meet somebody who's got the coronavirus and I catch it from them. But their plan is failing. So I don't know when it will end, but I do know that it will end, certainly. And I do know that it's just a satanic plot by very, very evil and selfish people. And they are failing. Their attempt to take over the world by this horrible pandemic conspiracy is failing. Even right now it's failing. It was supposed to be much more deadly and virulent than it was, but it was changed. The deadly coronavirus that they created, new coronavirus that they created, it was supposed to be much more deadly than it was. And I think originally it was. And actually, I think millions of people died in China. They, of course, concealed that, but anyway, I don't know the exact figure, but many more people died than were reported. And then, by the mercy of God, that deadly coronavirus was mutated. And by the prayers of many people, that virus became less deadly. So their plan, the satanic people's plan, was to make a deadly virus so the whole world would become terrified of it. But by the mercy of God, that deadly virus became less deadly. So their plan is failing now. People are waking up to what's really going on, and they're not scared like they're not as scared as these rascals wanted us to be. So कब हो जाएगा मुझे मालूम नहीं, कब खत्म हो जाएगा, लेकिन शैतानी लोगों का ये कोई प्लानिंग था कि इसके जरिए हम पूरी दुनिया को अपने कब्जे में लाएंगे, हम पूरी दुनिया को डराएंगे यहाँ तक कि वो जो कुछ हुकूमतें कहती हैं वो करेंगे. Umar Jamil Ahmed, which religion is for more mentally mature people? In every religion, there is a more spiritual practice. The Sufis, the real Sufis, not the bogus, because there are so many cheating Sufis, so-called Sufis also, who just become Sufis in order that they can go around and beg and get things free from people, pretending that they are great saints. I'm not talking about them. But the real Sufis, the people who are spiritually inclined and who really want to know and serve God, and they want to develop love for God, those mature people, they are practicing what is called Sufism. In every religion there is the same Sufi teaching. The Sufi teaching is that we should not worry about going to hell or going to heaven, just like the great Sufi saint Rabia, Rahmatullah alayhi. She taught, I don't want, O Lord, that as a result of my religious activities I go to heaven. I am not afraid, O Lord, if I go to hell. I only want to love you. I only want to serve you. So that is the mature religion. It's called Sufism in Islam. It's called mysticism in Christianity. In every religion, there is this type of higher, more mature stage of religion. Okay, Khadija Zahid says you're welcome. Thank you very much. Amin. Jazakallah khair. Hajar Ibrahim, it says. Okay. Zahid, excuse me. Khadija Zahid says, I read some things about Baba Nanak, Baba Guru Nanak yesterday. He was born into a Hindu family. He had Hindu and Muslim friends and was quite learned in both Hinduism and Islam. He did perform Hajj to Mecca and Medina, and went to Baghdad as well. He learned from both Muslim and Hindu teachers, especially Sufi saints like Baba Farid. Sikhs also believe in divine messengers like Prophet Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Are these correct? Yes, I am quite sure that everything you've written here is correct, at least most of it, mostly correct. Yes, Baba Nanak Sahib or Guru Nanak Dev, he definitely did go to Mecca and Medina and to Baghdad, and he met many learned Sufis and saints, and actually he had many, and he still has. Believe it or not, you may not believe this, but there are still people living in Baghdad and even in Mecca who met, they're the descendants of the people who met Guru Nanak and became his followers. They didn't leave their tradition, but they became followers of Nanak, and they are still there. So he definitely went there. Some people say, oh, he didn't really. Some so-called historians say he never really went to Mecca, but actually he did. And the proof is that the places are still there where he went, and even there are shrines to his, or places of remembering his visit there, and even there are people who are following him still. So, Zahid Mahmood Hanjra says, hello dear Chacha ji, kya haal hai? Allah ka shukr hai, main theek hoon. And I guess that's enough. That's good. Old Zahid Mahmood says, मेरा नाम तो पढ़ लें एक बार. क्या फ़ायदा है ऐसे दरख्वास्त में? क्या फ़ायदा है? कोई फ़ायदा नहीं. मैं बड़ा हूँ, मेरा नाम ले लो. क्या फ़ायदा है इसमें? Oh, Hadi Rizvi Sahib is watching. Hadi Rizvi Sahib, you may not believe this, but I have, along with the Bible and Quran and Bhagavad Gita, I have your book, Hadi Rizvi Sahib, Space. And I also love this book. In fact, I'm going to take a chance to read. I'm going to open it but random, as I do the holy books, and I will find a verse. We will find a verse which God is directing to us. And it says here, haven't we seen the ruins galore of mighty men from days of yore? Like the river of time must flow, generations too must come and go. Neither the coming was our intent, nor the going can we prevent. There is one world God had made, one creed for all he had declared, which we in faiths and states divide. Then heap unholy fratricide. Wow, Hadi Rizvi Sahib. MashaAllah. Wah be wah. So this is a message from Allah Pak through Hadi Rizvi Sahib that God is one. God has made one world. God has made one creed for everyone. That is Islam, that is love and truth and justice, peace, forgiveness, harmony, and calling on the names of God and serving everyone. That is the one creed for all that God has declared, which we in faiths and states divide, then heap unholy fratricide. So God has created only one religion, that is the religion of love, the religion of truth. And we have divided it up into many different faiths. And then we start fighting with each other and killing each other in the name of religion. Thank you very, very much, Hadi Rizvi Sahib. I'm just going to go on reading. I love this book so much. Love should be for world, not land. United as one we must stand. What folly it is to believe contrary the thoughts we conceive. The paradox is prevalent now, that war will usher peace somehow. It's ever been, will ever be. Violence will trigger enmity, and periods of peace in history are lulls till next hostility. Religions in their purest form mandate empathy as the norm, and those that otherwise profess manifest ungodliness. Wow. Wow, babe. Hadi Rizvi Sahib. This is so true. Very, very true. That religions in their purest form mandate empathy as the norm, love, compassion, understanding. This is real religion. And those that otherwise profess manifest ungodliness. If anybody does not teach love, if anybody does not teach empathy, sympathy, feeling what others feel, if somebody is in pain, we should feel their pain. If somebody else is happy, we should feel happy by their happiness. That is real religion. Otherwise, we are manifesting ungodliness. If we divide up one religion against another and fight with each other, that is not religion. God did not divide us up. God made us all one. All servants of the same God, all members of the same family. We're literally all members of the same family. We're all descendants from Adam and Eve, or however you state it. Other people in other languages have other names for the first human beings, but we're all descended from the same human beings. We're all one family. So why are we fighting with each other? We are immature. We don't understand real religion. We're stuck on the lower platform of religion. So we must come to the higher platform of religion. Then we will have peace. Then we will have love and harmony. All right. Oh, there's some more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and take some more. Umar Jamil Ahmed, will all religions ultimately become one? All religions are one right now, really. But as Hadi Rizvi said, we have divided up religion into different faiths, and the faiths are misunderstanding and fighting with each other and thinking we'll conquer over them, we're superior to them. But actually religion is one. And as we become more mature, I think these divisions and these misunderstandings and hatred, this will end, yes. Muhammad Abbas says, Assalamu alaikum. Abdullah Had Khan says, peace be upon you. Automatically translated, Assalamu alaikum, I'm sure you said. Muhammad Abbas, the mark of the beast. Oh, this addition to the God said, man said, 21 Signs of Doomsday series addresses the coming one world monetary system that will control the commerce of all the earth's inhabitants. A system that can only be accessed by Revelation's mark of the beast. What is this? Very good question. Yes, in the Bible it is very clearly said that in the end times, that's right now, definitely, we are living in those times that every religion has told about, before the end of the world, not the end of the world as we think about it, but the end of the satanic rule of the world. And before the establishment of world peace, the satanic forces will try to take over the world, and they will have a mark of the beast, which they will imprint on the wrist or on the forehead. That's exactly what they're doing now. They're chipping people, or they can print it onto your skin, and you can't even see it. It's an invisible ink that can only be seen under special light. But the readers, the electronic readers, can read it. And everyone will be required to have one of these. Otherwise, they'll be persecuted by the satanic state. And if they don't get it, they won't be able to buy or sell anything. This is what the Bible says. So that's their plan. That was their plan, let's say. And they were about to do it, but fortunately, by the mercy of God, that destiny of the world has been modified some, and we won't have to go through that horrible, horrible, hellish world war, world nuclear war that was predicted to precede this establishment of the mark of the beast and the kingdom of Satan in the world. I've spoken about this many times. The destiny of the world, which was the destiny of the world. Every religion talked about this Armageddon, great final war, in which something like 3/4 or 80% of the people in the world would be killed and all these horrible things would happen. That has been changed, literally. God is the creator of destiny, therefore God can change destiny. So God has changed the destiny of the world, and that war will not happen. By the mercy of God, in response to the prayers and the spiritual efforts of many, many people of all religions around the world, God has actually decided. This decision was made more than 20 years ago. I've talked about it. God made the decision to cancel that nuclear holocaust that was destined for humanity to suffer. So don't worry. This coronavirus, this pandemic has been reduced by God's mercy, and it's no need to worry. And the good people of the world will come forward and defeat these satanic people whose plan was to take over the world and imprint everyone with a chip so they could control where everyone goes, they could watch, and what everyone tries to buy or sell, they couldn't do it without that mark. And that plan is not going to come to fruition. But the kingdom of God will be established on this planet. They said after a war, but yes, that was true. That was the prediction. That was not only the prediction, that was the destiny of the world. But now, by the mercy of God, that huge cataclysmic holocaust of a world nuclear war has been prevented by the mercy of God. So we should all be very, very happy. This is why I keep saying, Toini. Toini means God is more merciful than he should be. He should have been more just, judgmental on the planet Earth, because humanity had deviated so much and the satanic leaders had become so powerful and so corrupt everywhere. All the governments of the world practically were riddled with corruption. But now, even though humanity deserved to suffer a catastrophic nuclear war in which most of the people of the world would have been killed, that's what we deserved, but God is too merciful. He's more merciful than he should be. He should have allowed that war to happen. He should have allowed that mark of the beast to spread around the world. He should have allowed the justice of the vengeance of God, you may say, the anger of God. Not really, but because of all the horrible, sinful activities that have been going on, we don't even know how horrible all these sinful activities were. The leaders, most of the leaders of the world were actually Satanists, drinking the blood of children, literally, and worse than that. So what? God has overruled destiny. God created destiny, now he has changed it. So all that we were expecting, the mark of the beast, has been minimized. They were planning to do it right now. That's what this coronavirus was all about. It was to bring about a forced vaccination of everyone and the implanting of the mark of the beast. But now, because of you, because you are waking up and you are understanding the truth, now they won't be able to do it. Praise God. Okay, Ramzan coming now. Ibadat kare inshallah. Corona go inshallah. Pray kare. Okay, we will certainly pray and fast for the goodness of God to protect us. This coronavirus, don't worry about it. It's not as bad as the satanic mass media. The mass media is almost all over the world. Most of the media is controlled by these extremely wealthy Satanists who bribe everybody. They bribe all the news media. And they threaten them. If you don't do what we say, we'll remove you from your high-paid post. So most of the media people, unfortunately, they are afraid, so they're going along. So they're presenting all this fake information about coronavirus and terrifying everyone. Don't worry. It's not that bad. It is going to go away. And God is the master, controller of everything. Okay, thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. May God protect us all.